This is your Weather Extreme video for Sunday, August the 9th. This is meteorologist Brian Peters, and we're still holding on to the heat of summer. And a heat advisory is in effect for much of south and west central Alabama. And there's a look at the heat advisory map. And you can see that much of the western and southern sections of central Alabama, including Jefferson and Shelby County, are in the heat advisory. The maps, or the sky cams this morning are pretty clear, as we have a beautiful clear sunrise shot from Haleyville this morning. On our surface map, we're experiencing a bit of a frontal system that is in the area, and that is likely to bring us some showers down to the south of central Alabama, but I think for the most part, the central Alabama stays pretty dry with just the possibility of an isolated shower or two. And one of the reasons for that is because we have this ridge in place that is gradually sliding a little bit to the west, and that ridge is kind of holding on to the heat for summer for another couple of days. Temperatures this morning generally in the 70s across central Alabama, although if you're in the northeast part of the state and up into North Georgia, you're into the 60s, so that's a nice feel. Radar is somewhat free of echoes for today, and the watch warning map shows that we have a number of heat advisories in effect for parts of Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, Louisiana, Mississippi, and Alabama for the next couple of days as that heat remains an issue. And as you might expect with the ridge in place, we're not seeing a great deal of rain, especially over the center of the ridge, which is over Texas primarily. So for us, as we're going to be on the edges of the ridge, and we may see a few showers, but I think the best chance for showers is going to come probably on Monday and Tuesday. Storm Prediction Center is outlooking a slight risk for parts of South Dakota and Nebraska, a little bit of Iowa and Minnesota up there. And then for day two, as that front moves down into the Ohio River Valley, we see a marginal risk, a possibility for day two. That's Monday. And then as the front moves through our area on Tuesday, we see that marginal risk along the eastern seaboard of the United States. And that certainly would be nice to see some rain and also slightly drier air. And looking at the tropical situation for the Atlantic Basin is still relatively quiet with almost no clouds to speak of across the Atlantic Basin. And the tropical basin in the eastern Pacific still at least has some clouds, and there's one area of disturbed weather out about 1,000 miles off south and southwest of the end of Cape Verde, the Baja California, and that area is expected to anticipate some drier air, so it looks like not likely to develop into anything at this time. All right, let's take a look at the 06E GFS model run. And there is the surface map for today, and basically shows that we may have a few showers as the upper ridge is still in place, and that's keeping things rather warm and toasty. So we stay toasty through the start of the work week, Monday, as the ridge, you can see the center of the high moving over West Texas, and that is keeping us basically under a ridge. But notice that the ridge is flattening out for us, and that's good. There's a front coming across the Great Lakes area, and that front will drag through the southeastern U.S. Tuesday, we see the trough sharpen up just a little bit, and that will help to drag a front down into our area. So, I think Tuesday is going to be the day for the best chances for showers. That trough moves on across New England on Wednesday, and Thursday it's off the eastern seaboard of the U.S., and so we're into a bit of a troughiness, and that's good because that takes us out of the extreme heat. But of course, that puts the extreme heat over the Rockies and over the western U.S. with surface high pressure. By Friday, that upper ridge is in place, and the GFS is indicating a little bit of weakness in the pattern over the southeastern U.S. and over the Gulf of Mexico on Saturday. And we do see that there are some showers down in the along the Gulf Coast. But by Sunday, the GFS is showing a little bit more of a disturbance, and the European was showing this as well. But You know how it is when we're getting out in the verging into voodoo country, and the bottom line is it probably won't be there. It's a weak feature. It probably won't be there when we look at the next model run, but we'll have to wait and see. But the possibility we may have a few showers along the Gulf Coast. All right, looking out into voodoo country, and indeed, the ridge comes back. This is the 20th of August, so the ridge is back in play over the lower Mississippi River Valley. And then by the time we get out to the 24th, as we head for the latter part of August, we look to see that the upper air pattern features a bit of a disturbance over the southeastern U.S. and over the northern Gulf of Mexico. So it looks like we will at least have some showers and a fairly favorable pattern for showers. Well, that'll do it for the Weather Xtreme video for this Sunday morning. James Spann will be back with the next edition, I think, first thing on Monday. In the meantime, stay tuned to the blog for later updates and advisories on what's happening in central Alabama's weather. Have a great day and Godspeed.